You were giving me some grief that I even picked out this clip for today's show.
Mark, you're a savage for this. Kick a man while you're down, man. Hey, Pat, I'm just gonna let you know I did not pick this play, but I'm gonna talk about it. I'm gonna talk about it. I didn't pick this play. Mark Bergin, my homeboy, my dog, my co-host, he picked this play. So that's all I'm gonna let you know, Pat.
It was the biggest play of the game. And two things. I don't want a Monday morning quarterback could say, well, just throw Boswell out there. Would have been a 56-yard field goal attempt in less than optimal weather conditions. I know his career long is 59, and he's a very good field goal kicker. Steelers needed to get more yardage. And I want to say this too. Pat Freiermuth had an excellent season for the Steelers. We talked on previous episodes, Ike, where would the Steelers be without Freiermuth and rookie Najee Harris as well? So we'll put that caveat before we go ahead and run this clip.
Yeah, so this clip is tough. You can just pause it, don't even run it. So this is a crucial situation, and I'm sure hopefully Pat is feeling better than what he felt like last night, because I've been through a few of these times. So Pat, let it go, man. You got a 48-hour rule, man. This will be going on a couple of hours. By the time Tuesday come, Pat, go on, let this play go. But this is a play where I thought the Pittsburgh Steelers and Mason Rudolph actually was playing well in this drive. You know, he was checking down to some of the running backs coming out of the backfield. He threw to Deontay a few times to make this play. He threw to Pat a few times to get in this situation. So I'm looking at this situation, and I'm looking at, okay, OT, and I saw what Chris Boswell can do, and we felt like other than Justin Tucker, Chris Boswell, the field goal kicker for the Pittsburgh Steelers, he's having the all-pro kind of season. So he just needed a chance, and that's how you feel. As much as we like these quarterbacks and you like Tom Brady in 2 minutes, if you get in the range of Chris Boswell, regardless on what the weather is, you feel like you got a chance. You feel like you got opportunities because he's been that hot for that long. Now it comes down to this play right here. So if we can run this play, we got to get the ball. We got to get the ball a couple of yards down the field as well, but we got to get out of bounds. And Mason Rudolph throws the bounds out. He throws the ball to Pat right on time. Right on time. And if you see that green line is where Chris Boswell potentially could have kicked that field goal and won it for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But Pat, you know, Pat got to understand he got to hold and squeeze that ball tight. Like Coach Allen say, man, when you fumble the ball, you fumble all our hopes and dreams as a organization. But you do got to give a huge shout out to number 25 who came up and put his helmet on the ball. You know what I'm saying? But that was a perfect hit by the cornerback. That was a oopsie daisy by Pat. But I'm sure hopefully he's feeling better. Pat, I'm talking about, hopefully he's feeling better. But when a play needed to be made, it wasn't the Pittsburgh Steelers. It was actually the Detroit Lions. So that tackling right there is a want-to. And how we talk about the blocking, how we talking about missing, that tackling right there is a want-to. And he came up short, Pat, on the Pittsburgh Steelers side. But Detroit Lions, man, wound up getting that ball and kind of closing the game out. But I think if Pat would have caught that ball, held on to that ball, you know, Chris Boswell would have, you know, sealed the deal. But that's just the way it is, man. It's one man losses, another man treasure. And I'm not talking about girls. I'm talking about wins and losses when it comes down to this football game. One guy gonna make a play, the other guy's gonna fumble it, and we just so happen to be on the fumbling side as a Pittsburgh Steelers. Mark, why is you laughing?
The analogy you made.
I will say, though, with Will Harris, number 25, being the one to force that fumble, he is the butt of Lions Twitter. Lions Twitter goes after him all the time because he's being beat quite a few times this season and last season. And it's really a big moment because Tracy Walker, the Lions star safety, one of probably their best defensive player this season after the loss of Romeo Okwara. So he goes down against the Steelers, and Will Harris steps up big. Through the struggles, through everything, he had that want to, and that's what Dan Campbell is looking for from his team. They brought in UDFA to NBA Hall of Famer Ben Wallace to talk to the team this week, and that fumble by Deontay Johnson earlier in the game, that was forced by a UDFA who was, at one point, on the Pittsburgh Steelers practice squad, Mark Gilbert, and he was only in because another UDFA who was starting at corner got hurt. And so it's really just emblematic of what the Lions are trying to do as a team. The want to, the grit from these UDFA players or the players that have taken their lumps in the past. So I really love to see that from Will Harris. He really takes a lot on the chin, and this time he was able to deliver a big play in a big moment.